running back Raheem Mostert has officially requested a trade from the San Francisco 49ers. So now that begs the question, should a team like the Chicago Bears go after Raheem Mostert and try to trade for him? What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL here to talk about the Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Go ahead and subscribe if you have not done so, and follow me on my social media accounts. So, folks, here's the thing, all right? When this news broke, all you guys DMing me and blowing up my notifications, which I love, by the way, I'm not complaining, but it was fine. Should the Bears trade for Raheem Mostert? Should they go after Raheem Mostert? So, you know what? I needed to come on and talk about it because I wasn't even initially going to, but because you guys requested it, and obviously I love to give you guys what you requested for, I wanted to come on and talk about it. So let's talk about it. So let's start with the fact of why Raheem Mostert is requesting a trade. Like, why does he even want out of San Francisco, right? They're a very good team, a Super Bowl contender. They literally just obviously lost the Super Bowl. Why does he want out? Well, simple reason, money. Okay, he wants to get paid, and obviously you can't blame him. Running backs have a short shelf life, and he wants to try to get as much money as he can. Now, let's talk about Raheem Mostert, the player, okay? What did he do last year? Well, we all know Raheem Mostert's breakout moment came really in the NFC title game against the Packers. He ran the ball for 220 yards and had 4 touchdowns, okay? He was the best player on the field that day, okay? He had an absolutely incredible performance, and that was the time where he kind of, solidified himself as the 49ers top running back, because here's the thing people don't understand. Raheem Mostert was buried on the depth chart, folks. Nobody was talking about Raheem Mostert. The 49ers top running back was Tevin Coleman, but even before Tevin Coleman, it was Jerick McKinnon, who they signed in free agency a couple years ago from the Minnesota Vikings, and then McKinnon couldn't stay healthy. I think he tore his ACL, and then he kept getting hurt, and so the next guy in line was Tevin Coleman, but then Tevin Coleman, I think, got hurt too, and a couple of poor performances, and then Raheem Mostert gets a chance to take over the starting job, and he just runs with it, okay? So it's not like Raheem Mostert's been the go-to guy. It was literally this season Raheem Mostert's buried on the depth chart, and he propels himself all the way to the top, okay? But keep in mind here, the 49ers literally use so many running backs, okay? I just mentioned 3 right there, okay? They had Jeff Wilson Jr. as well. They had Matt Breida, who is now with the Dolphins. So literally, it's just a revolving door of running backs that Kyle Shanahan and that offense uses. So in regards to Raheem Mostert, what do I think about him? He's a solid running back, no doubt about it. But is he anything special? No, he's not. Okay, and to answer the question now of should the Bears go after Raheem Mostert, no, they shouldn't. That's the short answer. Here's the long answer. Not really, and here's why, okay? The reason I am not a fan of the Bears going after Raheem Mostert is simple. I am not a fan of paying running backs unless they are game-changing running backs, right? We're talking about the Christian McCaffreys, the Saquon Barkleys of the world, right? Unless they make that significant of an impact, I'm not a fan of paying running backs. And even then, you obviously have that conversation, right? But with Raheem Mostert, I'm not even worried about the draft capital to give up for Mostert. It'd probably be, like maybe a 5th, 6th round pick. But it's the fact that you have to pay him because he's looking for a long-term deal. But also the fact that you would take away carries from David Montgomery. Folks, if I have not beat this horse by now that David Montgomery is my breakout player, I will continue to do so. And if you play fantasy football, draft David Montgomery. You won't regret it. And by the way, if you do play fantasy football, grab my course. Link is in the description. My fantasy football course. It's going to help you dominate in fantasy football this year. But David Montgomery is one of my breakout running backs, okay? And I want the Bears to keep giving him the football. Look, did I want the Bears to add another running back in case David Montgomery goes down? Like, if, God forbid he has an injury? Yeah, absolutely. But I want a guy like on a 1-year deal that's, not costing you a lot of money, that can just come in and do what the Bears need him to do until David Montgomery's back. Okay, so, the guys that I talked about, the guys that were on the waiver wire, like a Devontae Freeman, but he's looking for money too, maybe a Lamar Miller. So, again, cheap guys that don't cost a lot with no long-term investment. You want to bring in Tevin Coleman, pay him, not just short-term, but long-term, because he wants a long-term deal, and that's going to take away carries from David Montgomery. I'm not with that, okay? So that's my only thing here. I'm not opposed to bringing a running back, but I don't want to bring in a running back that's looking to get paid, that's looking to take away carries from your top guy. I want a complimentary running back more so than anything. And funny enough, Raheem Mostert was on the damn Bears, okay? We had him on our practice squad in 2016, in case you guys didn't know this, okay? So the Bears literally had him, and they let him go, and he prospered with the 49ers. Good for him. But obviously now you want to let a guy go, and now you want to overpay when you could have had him initially because he was on your practice squad. And actually, he wasn't even just on the practice squad. He actually started and he played a few games for the Bears in the regular season, okay? So the fact is that we actually had him. So no, I don't want him. This is literally the Bears with Spencer Dinwiddie, the Bulls with Spencer Dinwiddie all over again. Bulls had Spencer Dinwiddie on the team, and then they let him go, and he goes and he just absolutely blossoms with the Brooklyn Nets. So just saying as an analogy there, but yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm good there. We can bring in running back help otherwise. If David Montgomery were to get hurt, God forbid, maybe things would change, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So there you have, folks, my thoughts on if the Bears should trade for Raheem Mostert. Let me know what you guys think. I am on the no side. So leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree. As always, thanks for watching.